John C.
Denise Richards and the lovely Lulaboo.
Welcome back to another All Things Home. This is a wonderful day because here we are in August, and we are in the second week, August 10th. It is piping hot. We should recommend not pool companies. We should recommend AC companies. We got a lot of those too. We'll do that another time. But it is so piping hot here in Florida. It's wonderful.
It is. I'd much rather be hot now than freezing cold
Snow.
later.
Darkness. We never have that type of stuff. Anyways, welcome back to All Things Home. If you missed last week's episode, you definitely should watch that. We'll tell you what that's all about after we tell you what today is for August 10th. August 10th is a wonderful national day.
It is. It's a day for all book lovers. National Book Lovers Day.
Do you like reading books?
An actual hardback with pages. And it's
beeping here. Sorry. Sorry, you were so enthralled.
National Book Lovers Day. You know what else it is, John?
Tell me about it.
It's National Connecticut Day.
Hey! Woo! Last week it was National Georgia Day. We must just be going through the states.
I'm wondering we should because, Florida is the best of all the 50. So everybody's always appreciating Florida, right?
I wonder when that day is. So you think our day is every day of the year?
It is. That's the point. So we must, as Floridians, celebrate the other states.
That aren't quite as much celebrated.
Correct.
Gotcha.
They eventually move here anyway.
Okay, so also probably my favorite of these three we're mentioning, National Lion Day, because I love lions. You ever touched a lion?
Never touched a lion.
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Are both arms there, or are they just for show?
Well, it was a little bit smaller than Lulu. It wasn't very big. It was just a little.
Oh.
It was only probably 6 weeks old.
Was
it was just a little
the
lion.
Naples Zoo?
No, it was at the Africa Zoo over in Africa, Zimbabwe. They ain't letting you touch a lion in Naples. Are you kidding me? There's so much lawsuits that could go on there.
Well, yeah,
crazy.
That's what it reminded me of, the guy who stuck his arm in there.
You don't stick your arm in with lions.
They euthanize the poor animal. It was just a tragedy. But anyway.
Listen, guys, if you take anything from this show, it's this. Don't stick your hand in the cage with a lion. Under any circumstance. None. There's no...
Unless your baby fell back there. Maybe that would be the only reason I would.
Only reason if your baby falls back there.
But if you threw your baby back there, then no.
You're in trouble. You're an idiot. All right.
Okay, so anyways, let's get back to it, John.
I did touch a lion in Africa. It was a lot of fun. All right. Florida growth in Miami-Dade. We talked about that last week, and not that Miami-Dade grew, but that they actually have shrunk over the last 3 years.
We talked about the lack thereof and loss in that area, in that two-county area, Miami-Dade and Broward. But the whole state overall, well, you have to watch last week's episode.
People are moving out.
To find out.
Moving on out.
But they're moving on in.
Moving on in.
And then we're moving on up.
To the east side.
That's right.
Well, the west side of Florida.
The west side of Florida.
Let's talk about today. Watch that video if you want.
Yeah.
It's one of our favorites. Watch that if you have some time. And before you watch it, hit the like and subscribe. Always forget to mention that at the beginning of the video. So here's our topic for today. I love this. This is very interesting because it hit my heart personally. And that is 1 in 4 Floridians would ignore evacuation warnings. Now, this is an important article because here we are. We're in hurricane season now.
Yep.
I think it runs till September something, into September or early November. So here we are in hurricane season. And for those who have not lived in Florida, or you just have your head in the sand, you don't know anything about hurricanes, that's okay. But our hurricane season can be serious.
It can be life and death, literally.
Like last year. Mm-hmm. We had a hurricane come through, and it destroyed homes, churches, businesses.
Islands.
So this article talks about why would a Florida resident refuse to evacuate, why some Florida's at-risk owners do that. So I want to just hit a few of these here. Why Floridians would ignore evacuation warnings. 40%, they want to stay in case there's damage to their home or property that they can fix. Now, I can understand that.
I got to speak to that one.
Go.
There is no control. Once that storm comes, you're not going outside to make sure your shingles are packed down.
Too late.
You're not doing anything.
You're not doing...
It's a myth to think you're going to have any control over the condition of your home if you didn't already do it before the storm came.
Yeah. Even if I tried to hold a window up in place, that's not going to work.
You would be cut to shreds, John.
I'm going.
Cut to shreds.
30% can't bring their pets or don't have a safe option for them.
It might be the only reason I could think of.
To stay, yes.
To
okay,
stay.
That makes sense.
This
Complete
one
sense.
I'm good with.
All right, 22% believe the storm will turn away from their direction.
That might actually be the only logical reason.
Yeah.
Because that happens so often.
It does. Even though the storm that came through, they thought it was going to go up towards like Sarasota and Tampa, so farther north, about 100 plus miles. And then within a couple hours before it hit landfall, took a little bit of a turn, and it came farther south. So Tampa was less impacted. It was still impacted, but less impacted than we were here in Southwest
Charlie
Florida.
did the same thing.
Crazy Charlie. Fear of looting after the storm. That happens. They had to cut it like Sanibel. Think of Sanibel. They weren't letting even people pull boats up on the island.
Isn't that the insurance company's concern, not the homeowners? I mean, at that point, you've just been devastated.
You have, but think about, like, you don't want somebody to go ransack your house. Maybe you have personal belongings there, pictures and stuff. I mean, most stuff may be ruined, but you may have stuff that you don't want just somebody carrying off, posting your family picture on their wall at their house. You want it on your wall at your house.
It's a valid concern. It's on the valid concern side.
Valid concern.
All right,
Last one, financial reasons. 15% say they wouldn't leave because of financial reasons. They can't afford a hotel.
That's a realist reason right there.
Yeah, it is. But, I mean, if it's that bad, sleep in your car for a day. It's really only hurricanes come through and it's like a day, right? Like you're probably 12 hours before it's fully through your area.
The only thing that's not on there that should be, for me, is the fear of not being able to get back home.
Okay.
Depending on where you live, like the barrier islands, nobody was allowed to go back to their home for a very long time.
So let's make this personal. Have you left during the last 2 hurricanes?
No.
Okay, so what was your reason for staying?
Mostly because of where my house is situated. I have impact class.
Okay.
I felt comfortable, and I'm not in the A zone, so...
And were you okay?
I lost my roof, and it was very kind of traumatic and scary, but I was fine.
Good.
Now, if another one comes through, no, I'm leaving. I will get a second mortgage to pay for the hotel, whatever it takes. I'm out of here.
Whatever it takes. Now, Angie and I left for the last one, more so not because of any of these reasons, but because when hurricanes come through, people don't think town doesn't just start right back up. There's days, if not like with this last one, weeks before certain things will open back up. Culver's. They weren't open for a week after this last hurricane. Where am I going to eat my hamburgers?
Where are you going to get your custard from? It was very hard on us with no Culver's.
It's very hard without Culver's. No, but in all honesty, the electricity didn't come back on for a little while. People's cell phones don't typically work right away. They normally take a long time for towers to get operating again.
Craziest thing.
So for us, for Angie and I, it was like, are we going to stay in business? I didn't need to be here for business for those days right after. So getting out of town, getting out of the way. The one thing I hadn't thought about for the last hurricane, which I kept hearing on the news, was this. They wanted residents to stay away if they didn't need to be here for something because they didn't want extra cars on the road. They wanted vehicles, construction vehicles, those vehicles that had the cranes that pick up everything. They wanted people to stay off the roads as much as possible so that we weren't causing congestion, and they could move quicker and clean up quicker.
Yeah. We had so many people, a huge influx of people coming here to help and fix and repair and replace, and they couldn't move around because there was too much traffic local.
Yeah, the big trucks come, FPL, they bring them all in. Listen, we're running out of time on this video, but before we finish, we need to talk about somebody that we have grown to love, Kevin.
Kevin Keefe with First Class Pools of Southwest Florida. And anybody that went through the storm, you know what a measure pool was after it.
Yes.
The guy does an amazing job.
He can clean your pool. He does other things that have to do... Is that funny?
It was so funny.
He really can.
It's just natural.
He's amazing.
He's super cool, too.
We're going to put Kevin's info below. If you have a pool and you're in Southwest Florida, I believe they work all of Lee and Collier County. If you have a pool and you're having trouble keeping it clean so that you can swim in it and not get bacteria and algae and diseases, call Kevin. How's that for a commercial?
That's perfect. I think that was pretty thorough.
Kevin will take care of you.
Right on.
So if you haven't subscribed to this video, Denise has got to run to an appointment. Do that for us right now. Like and subscribe because we got to go.
Gotta go.
See you guys later. Have a great week.
Bye.